Lanka, a country that had just begun to recover from decades of civil conflict. On the 26th of December 2004, the island experienced a natural disaster on a scale not witnessed in recent history. A tsunami, which originated off the coast of Indonesia, travelled across the Indian Ocean and swept much of Sri Lanka's coastline. In the wake of this disaster, it was estimated that over 31,000 people lost their lives, while hundreds of thousands lost homes, livelihoods and belongings. Over 143,000 houses were damaged by the tsunami, of which more than 99,000 were almost completely destroyed. Local and international aid was rushed in on an unprecedented scale to help those affected, and the immediate relief needs were successfully met. However, the longer-term recovery process of helping people revitalize their livelihood sources and rebuild their homes and communities remained the bigger challenge. The tsunami disaster put additional burden on a country that has long suffered from internal conflict. Many believe that the tsunami reconstruction, if well planned and managed, could contribute to building the bridge between people and giving a boost to the ongoing peace-building effort. UN Habitat has been assisting the government to coordinate some of the international assistance that the country has been receiving in support of the tsunami affected. This is considered important by the government because with proper coordination and approaches to recovery, much of the emergency assistance can result in increased self-reliance. UN Habitat responded to this situation with an Indian Ocean earthquake tsunami flash appeal. Funds raised through this appeal are being used in assisting shelter and infrastructure reconstruction programs in the affected areas. Japan was one of the first countries to come forward with support. With generous contributions from the people and the government of Japan, UN Habitat started the work in Galle, Kathankodi, Batticaloa, Kilinochchi and Jaffna, some of the areas worst hit by the tsunami. A key feature of Habitat's approach is recognizing the importance of involving affected communities in their own recovery.
Habitat mobilizes the community, form them into community development organizations, and thereafter assist them in community action planning. Thereafter, they decide on the priorities, how to do, how to build, what materials, where to procure the material, etc. is being done by the community itself and not by outsiders.
At community meetings in Galle, for instance, residents identified their needs and priorities. With many living in tents and other temporary shelters, the rebuilding of their homes was seen as a first step towards bringing their lives back to normal. Many here, like Shantimala Udugampala, who together with her daughter and mother was rendered homeless by the tsunami, had little hope of being able to rebuild their homes. Today, however, she is more positive about the future with the reconstruction of her house.
We had no place to even cook after the tsunami, but now UN Habitat is helping us out and we have just a little bit more to finish rebuilding our home.
UN Habitat is supporting the reconstruction of 550 new houses in 8 settlements within the Galle district. State and local authorities have been engaged at all stages of the work, including assessing needs and identifying communities that required assistance. The clock remains frozen at 9:30, marking the fateful time the waters of the tsunami came rushing in to Douglas's home. Losing both his parents in the disaster, together with his house and belongings, Douglas's story is not uncommon among many living along Sri Lanka's coast. Now, with the assistance of the community and UN Habitat, things are looking up for this family, as Douglas, his wife and 3 sons work towards rebuilding their home.
My children, my wife and myself are using our own strength in building this house, and we want to make it as strong as possible.
Involving people in rehabilitating their own communities leads to other benefits as well. For instance, during the time this project has been in operation, there has not been a single complaint of fraud or misuse of funds. This is because the communities know that they are accountable to each other and therefore take their responsibilities seriously. Another positive outcome is the increased unity and cohesiveness between people of the affected communities.
It is a great encouragement to see our own people working together to build this house. Our sons, nephews and even the little girls joined in the work. And that is much more encouraging than outsiders building the house for us.
In the Batiklo district, the collaboration with local communities has been extended to the religious leadership. In the town of Katangkudi, which is densely populated with 60,000 people living within 1 square mile of land, UN Habitat is working with the local mosques to facilitate the reconstruction work.
There are 52 mosques within this square mile. So we have mobilized the church to be our NGO partner in carrying out this program. The mosque, the community development organization and our city office are taking part together in building these houses.
For fisher communities who have lived in temporary shelters with their families for many months, the opportunity to get involved with the reconstruction work was a welcome one.
Through the UN Habitat project, the construction of around 72 houses are currently in progress. 136 houses were completely destroyed in this area.
This permanent housing project is a great help for us. Now our house has been rebuilt and we now occupy it. We are happy once again thanks to this project.
Just 6 months after the tsunami, UN Habitat had been able to successfully complete the reconstruction of more than 500 houses and repairs to over 300 more across the island. With the reconstruction work expected to be complete within the next few months, the UN Habitat project is one of the most successful and effective responses to the tsunami disaster in Sri Lanka. It has brought together communities, given people hope, and helped those worst affected by the tsunami to rebuild their lives with dignity.